Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining today. If this is your first time here, please do not forget click the subscribe button and make sure you stay till the end of this video because there are some things I want to say in this video that will help you. Now, today's video I'm going to be talking about some new immigration laws that are implemented in Canada. But wait, remember I said there are new laws in Canada. First of all, did you know what is going to be happening in Canada in 2025? If you don't know, then this is the right time for you to know. In 2025, there is going to be an election and there might be changes in the immigration pathways or pathways to permanent residency or pathways to citizenship. So if you must move to Canada now, or if you intend to migrate to Canada, this is the right time for you to immigrate. All right. Please do not forget to like this video. Like the video so that we can get many more people here. Thank you so much. So today I'm going to be talking about some immigration changes. I don't know if you actually know about this information, but I'm going to give you the way it is right now. First of all, I want to say congratulations to some few countries which I'm going to be listing here. These countries can now travel, or citizens of these countries can now travel to Canada without a visa. They just need what is called an electronic qualifications to travel to Canada. Stay tuned so that I read those countries to you, so that if you are a member or if you are a citizen of this country, then know that you can travel to Canada for free. Now, the first country is the Philippines, the second country is Morocco, the third country is Panama, another one is Antigua, another one is St. Vincent, another one is Grenadines, another one is Trinidad and Tobago. Then we equally have Argentina, we have Costa Rica, there is Uruguay, there is Seychelles, and of course Thailand, St. Lucia, and there is another country I'm forgetting. So these are the list of countries that if you are a citizen, then you can now travel to Canada for free. All right, you do not need a visa. But hey, there are some things you need to put into consideration. Year one, if you have not traveled to Canada for the past 10 years, then you cannot do this. What I'm trying to say is only those who have travel history or have been to Canada for the past 10 years can apply for this. All right, all you need is an electronic travel authorization. And again, remember that you can only apply if you had a Canadian visa in the last 10 years, like I previously explained to you, or currently hold a valid non-state or state non-immigration visa in the United States of America. So if you have a non-immigrant visa in the US, then you can then travel to Canada without any visa if you are a citizen of this country. Now, if you do not know what a non-immigrant visa in the US is, comment in the comment section below. I'm going to explain to you and someone is going to tell you the type of visa I'm talking about. Now, remember I said there are going to be changes in 2025, and 2025 happens to be after 2025. In 2026, Canada is also part of those who are going to be hosting the FIFA World Cup, and there are a lot of different changes so far as immigration is concerned. Now, let me explain this again to you. There is something called express entry, and for you to be qualified for express entry, there were some points. That is, they usually look at your marital status, they usually look at your Canada work experience, they will obviously look at your education. All right, these are qualifications that were put in place before you can be invited into the pool to apply for permanent residency when it comes to express entry. But now the system is different. All right, so if you have been thinking that maybe it is going to be the same, no, the system is different. You can check from the IRCC portal to know what is going to happen up next. Now let me explain to you. Because before you needed just your educational qualification, your IELTS, your French skills, maybe your marital status, your working experience in Canada to apply and to give you points. The system is now different. What has changed? Instead of all those point based, the Canadian government has come up with a new system which states that if you are a citizen of Canada, or if you are an international and you have been working in Canada, you have some Canadian work experience, then you can then apply for the permanent residency. If you belong to one of these categories, there are 6 different categories, or let me say 6 occupation lists that you must belong here before you can qualify to apply for PR. All right, and remember that before I said PR was, they were using the age gap, the working experience, the study gap, and the study experience, and all those other things to give points to people who were invited to apply for the PR. But now it is different. Now this is where you have to belong in order to apply for PR and await maybe a call. First, if you are a French language proficiency occupation, if you belong to the French language occupation, then you may be called up to apply for PR. Remember, you still need to fill again another form on IRCC. All right, you need to go back into the pool and complete the application process. All right, then the second category are those from the healthcare occupation. The healthcare occupation include people like dentists, gynecologists, and all the other options. All right, so if you are a healthcare practitioner, if you are from the healthcare occupation, then even if you are outside of Canada or inside of Canada, you have to fill in a form on the express entry database or data website, then and wait for a call up. But remember, this call up now, they are looking at well qualified professionals and not just anybody again. All right, last few weeks I was talking about the use of education, and some people were refusing on my Facebook page that education is not the key. Now, if you are not a skilled worker, it is going to be very, very difficult for you to go into the pool on the express entry as a pathway to permanent residency. I hope you understand. The third category are those who are from the STEM area. STEM area is STEM, which says science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and occupation. All right, of the mathematics occupation. So that's the meaning of STEM. Now, if you are a computer engineer, software developer, then you belong to the sciences. Okay, so that is what you should know. Then there is another occupation list which is called a trade occupation list, and people from these areas include carpenters as well. I got a couple of subscribers who were asking me if they can actually study carpentry in Canada. It is very possible, guys, very, very possible. So you have to check that. Then the other category that we have is the agriculture occupation. People in these areas include supervisors and farm supervisors and all the rest. All right, so these are the 6 occupations with in fact there are 35 of them. All right, but these 6 are those that with these 6 there are sub occupations under, which means that if you are qualified, you can then apply for this. Remember, the qualification route or the eligibility criteria here is now 6 months of Canadian or international or foreign work experience. Before, the standard for express entry was 1 year, but now you just need 6 months of experience. Or if you think that you do not have certificates, if you think that you are not qualified enough to go into this, all right, then you can apply for the Canadian experience class. This is a class for mostly the unskilled professionals, but at the end of the day, you can get a call to apply for permanent residency. All right, remember, the easiest way I have always said to go to Canada, to move to Canada, is via education. If you are fighting to move via education and it is not going, this is when you can start this particular process. But like I said, it's going to take a lot of time, so I will encourage you to do this while waiting for the educational route, which is the easiest so far. All right, within 6 to 7 months you should be moving from your home country to Canada. I hope this video is going to help you. Congratulations one more to people from the Philippines, Morocco, Panama, Trinidad and Tobago, Argentina, Uruguay, Seychelles. We even have African countries, Morocco and Seychelles. Congratulations to you guys. But remember, for the last 10 years, if you have not traveled to Canada, you cannot apply for this. And if you have been traveling, then you just need something called an electronic travel authorization. I hope this is going to help you. Till we meet again in another one from the Canadian authorities, or from IRCC, or from the visa official or officer. Now, the very first thing is, before you apply for your study permit, I will be talking about 2 sections of this video. Like, I will be talking on 2 parts. The first one would be the study permit, and some other reasons will be for the visitor's visa. Now, let's start with the study permit. The visa officer wants you to demonstrate that you have travel history. But first, wait, is travel history really important? Does it mean that if you have not traveled, you cannot get a study permit to Canada? No. Now, remember, you are going to get a temporary residence visa, but when you arrive the airport in Canada, that is where you get your study permit. First, before you apply to universities or colleges in Canada, remember you should be applying to a school that belongs to the DLI list, a school that has a DLI number. And again, for the broke community, if you are broke and you are just struggling to find your way in there, please take a 1 year program, or take a 1 year diploma program, or a 1 year degree program. This is the reason. Proof of funds is very heavy if you are broke. You need 10,000 Canadian dollars for living costs, and you need to show your tuition fee for the entire duration of the program in which you are going to study. Assuming you are broke and you are going for a 2 year program, how do you intend to show the proof of funds? Let's assume your tuition fee is maybe 12,000 Canadian dollars a year. For 2 years will be 24,000, plus 10,000 Canadian dollars for your living cost is 34,000. Where will you get such money from in a bank account? So please make sure you go for 1 year diploma programs if you are from the broke community. If again, remember, I am just an advisor, maybe a messenger. You must not take what I'm saying, but I believe if you belong to the broke community, this is something you need. Now, these are some of the things that may get you a rejection. Like I said, you do not need travel history, but travel history is going to help you. How will travel history help you? Have you actually traveled before? Have you moved to Europe before? Did you go to Dubai before? Have you gone to any African country before? Most of the time, the African countries you travel to, they may not speak that well for you, but travel history is very important. Now, during the visa application, you have to scan all those pages of the stamps you got, the visas you got before, and attach them to your visa application. This is going to help the immigration official make a decision, and it boosts your application, because they will see that, again, this is when you have not overstayed in a particular country. All right, if you got a visa and you didn't overstay in a particular country, this is an excellent way for you. Even if you overstayed but you didn't get a ban, this is still an advantage for you. So travel history is very important, all right, but it doesn't mean it is mandatory. No,